Most people go through life with a mistaken belief about intelligence. They think being smart means memorizing facts, quoting famous books, or earning straight A's. But when you look around, you'll notice something that doesn't quite add up. People with degrees make foolish decisions. High IQ individuals crumble under pressure. So what gives? If these people are so smart, why do they keep messing up? Here's the truth. Real intelligence isn't about how much you know, it's about how you think. It's about seeing the world through a different lens. The smartest people don't operate on the surface. They've trained their minds to function on a deeper level. They don't just succeed, they become unshakable. Their power doesn't come from loud declarations or bragging rights. It's quiet, calm, and commanding. If you want to tap into that level of smart, here are 5 mental shifts that can radically change how you show up in the world. 1. Don't argue to win. Ask to understand. Most people treat arguments like battles. They want to win, to prove they're right, to dominate. But this approach only builds resistance and rarely leads to real insight. Truly smart people don't seek to win arguments, they aim to understand. Instead of attacking, they ask questions. What makes you feel that way? Or, what result are you hoping for? They stay calm and curious. This disarms the other person and invites openness. And when people open up, truth reveals itself naturally. The goal isn't to defeat others. The real win is understanding them. That's how minds are changed, through empathy and perspective, not aggression. 2. Don't obsess over the moment. Zoom out and see the system. When most people experience a failure, they take it personally. A bad presentation leads to self-doubt. A rejection makes them shut down. A missed workout turns into self-blame. But smart people don't see failure as the end. They see it as data. They zoom out and ask, what led to this? What pattern is repeating? What can I change and try again? They treat life like a system, not a soap opera. They're not stuck in the moment, they're designing better outcomes. Because of this perspective, they learn faster. They don't waste energy sulking, they're too busy tweaking the system. Every mistake is simply feedback, not final judgment. 3. Filter everything through one question. Is this in my control? Most people exhaust themselves trying to control what they can't: traffic, gossip, other people's opinions, the news. The more they try to grip what's uncontrollable, the more overwhelmed they become. Smart people cut through that noise. They ask one simple question: is this in my control? If yes, they act. If not, they let it go. This simple filter saves massive energy. It brings clarity, focus, and emotional balance. That calm, composed energy you see in high performers? It comes from knowing exactly where to place their attention, on things they can influence, not on the chaos around them. 4. Get comfortable with silence. Most people are terrified of silence. They rush to fill it with chatter, jokes, or arguments, because silence feels awkward. But smart people? They lean into it. They listen more than they speak. They allow space for the moment to breathe. They observe rather than interrupt. Why? Because silence is a form of power. The person who talks the least often knows the most. In silence, you notice what others miss, you remain in control. You gather insight. It's not just about staying quiet, it's about commanding presence without making noise. 5. Don't react. Observe. When someone is rude, most people snap. When life gets unpredictable, they panic. But the truly smart don't rush to react, they pause. They breathe. They observe. And in that pause, they gain leverage. They notice what others don't. They choose their response deliberately. Reacting is automatic. Observing is powerful. That split second of awareness, between trigger and response, is what separates those who crumble from those who lead. When you're the calmest person in the room during chaos, you become unforgettable. Conclusion: you don't need a PhD to be smart. You don't need to shout or be the fastest learner. You just need to think differently. Ask instead of argue. Zoom out instead of panicking. Focus only on what you can control. Embrace silence. Observe before you react. Most people won't make these shifts. They'll keep rushing, overreacting, and burning out. But if you choose to build these habits, you'll become something rare, sharper, calmer, unshakable. This isn't about fake confidence or surface-level intelligence. It's about quiet power, the kind that doesn't need validation because it's rooted in depth. So don't chase noise. Build silent strength. That's the real smart.